Okay, so this working is a bit of everything. It's a bit of reconciliation, it's a bit of communication, and love, commitment, everything all rolled into one. So I have this little puppet that's actually a white. It actually looks kind of purpley pink, but it's a white little dress that I made. Uh, because ideally the goal is to get the client committed and married to the person. So I made two tiny little puppets and I baptized them in the name of the client and the target. Uh, so I have them baptized, and if you don't know how to do that, I will try and get something uploaded in the near future. So I have a petition as well stating that we want the client to be fulfilled, that he will think of her, he will love her, and he will take the relationship to the next level. So yes, Santa Muerte she's well capable of doing this spell on her own. Although I have a habit of I like to layer workings, as in work with numerous Goetia spirits and the Santa Muerte, or just Goetia spirits. Uh, Goetia spirits basically have what's called offices. Uh, so for instance, Dantalion here. I've called him Dantalion, explain what I want from Dantalion. And Dantalion, like I always read from the book, Dantalion is very good at causing the thought process to be manipulated, causing love. So that is why I called him Dantalion, because we want to sway him towards her. And I've called on Amon because I find Amon is very good at uh, reconciling people, rebuilding friendships and stuff like that. So we want the two of them to come together in a friendship, and then lead on to the next step. So I've asked for help there, and I've explained that I'd like his dream state to Dantalion to be manipulated, for him to think of her, dream of her, should I say, basically put her on his mind all the time. And I was very specific as to what I wanted on the petition. I said that I wanted them to communicate, for him to stop his toing and froing, and realize that she really is the one for him, because I do believe these two have a chemistry, and it's just getting him to realize it. So this jar has been cleansed out. I'm going to do a sugar jar. I'm going to anoint the little dolls first of all. Actually, I put some cascarilla in there, which is powdered eggshell, just to give it a bit of extra cleansing. So yeah, I have the seals of Amon. I print those out and go over them in pen, and drop down into a bit of a meditative state, and that is when I make the petition. Now, I fully believe that when you pull the seal out and you make your petition, that spirit hears you. Whether the wish is going to be granted or not is another thing, but I like to make the spirit's names known. Obviously, they do need an offering. It's good practice to give them an offering, and I like to make their name known when they do come through. So basically, if you don't, I mean, I get people and they say to me, "Oh, my spell didn't work. I called on Dantalion to ask for the love of my girlfriend, and Dantalion didn't appear." Well, if you're not attuned to the realm of spirit, as in you can't, you're not clairaudient or whatever, you can't hear, you can't see spirits, you're gonna think that it didn't work. But I can assure you that that spirit did hear you. So if you make promises with regards to offerings and what you'll give, always come through with that, uh, because that is when things can get a bit, you don't want to go into it as if the spirit is in front of you. That's my advice. Uh, so I just use the sigils most of the time. Sometimes I do a bit of automatic writing. I haven't done that in a while, just to see if there's any messages or anything like that. I listen. Basically, that's how I do it. But the seals are those are phone numbers to the spirits, you know. So oils. Let me see. So we want to put some nice love oils on this. Okay. So this is love, just a simply love oil. Okay. This one is, that's one I use for blessing, so I always use that in love work. So I do. So also I'm going to put this oil. This is it's an oil that is for basically a healthy physical relationship. This is commitment oil. I'm just, like I said, I'm just rubbing it into the little pockets. It'll come to me on hers, just to draw him closer. And this is increase attraction, and that is on hers. And again, a little bit of like communication for both of them, so that they talk to each other. Okay. And I have pheromones that I'll spray on both. Now, a red ribbon is a good idea. Or, sorry, a pink ribbon. I like pink or blue. Blue is very good for soothing and that sort of thing. Red is lost, but if you only have red or blue, whatever, go with whatever you have. 1 second. Okay, so I have pink. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to attach the petition to them. Okay, and I'm binding them together. Actually, I probably need a longer ribbon. Okay. Because I just wanted to say a few things whilst I was binding them. So I'm basically saying that they are physically, spiritually, emotionally at one. They will communicate with each other. They will love each other. They will be together in this lifetime. There will be no one in their way. They only have eyes for each other. So it is done. So that's them tied together. I'm going to pop them in the little jar that's been cleaned out. Also, the females, I am going to the next available night for basically nights that I set aside for crossings and hexes and stuff, curse work. I am going to sorry all the females in this situation for the client. So I've got some details on some females, and we're going to bind them. So just fill it up with whatever sugar you have. Brown sugar's fine. My clear syrup jar or honey jar, you know, whatever you're into. So this is cinnamon. No, it's not. I'm looking for cinnamon. I've got cinnamon mixed with, yeah, ginger, and that works really well. It's good for, you know, kickstarting a situation as well. sorry for the noise. I'm just looking for something. Okay, so I'm putting in a little bit of road opener. If you have powder or oil, use the oil, powder, whatever. And this is ground down petals that I'd mixed with a bit of catnip. Let me see what else I could put in. Need some orris root to give him a nudge. Orris root is good for, it's very, very good to get things moving. If someone needs a push, it'll get them to bend over and to think you're, to put you on the person's mind. It'll help push that situation, if you know what I mean. There's a little bit of precipitation powder. Again, this is for speeding things up, but with magic, it's just anyone's guess with regards to timings. And a little bit, this is some Santa Muerte powder. Again, I use this stuff because I have it at hand. You don't have to go with all this. It's because I have it here, and that's why I'm using it. The little love mix I used there, I have some catnip in it, some ground rose petals, eye bright, and a little bit of hibiscus. There's a few other things in there. So I'm just going with this. So I'm just blowing into it to activate it. Just give it a little one shake. So what I'm going to do is burn this on the candle or on the seals. I'll probably take, do it for a week or so, and then I'll move it to the Santa Muerte altar, and it will sit on the Santa Muerte altar, and I'll be burning candles on it, pink candles, and then I'll give it a while. I won't deploy this yet. I will deploy this at the foot of a tree. But like I said, I'd like it to sit on her altar for a while till we get a movement. The client understands how spell work works. So, I'm just speaking to whoever sees this. When you're getting work done, just please try your best to be patient. I've asked the Santa Muerte for a sign. So we'll just see how things go. Some people report back to me that they see, a lot of candy skulls, everywhere, in like gift shops and stuff like that. I had another lady who had an owl that was sitting outside her apartment. And the owl is sacred to the Santa Muerte. Skeletons, things like that. The globe of the world, the little egg timers. I had a woman that kept dreaming about egg timers, and to me these are signs that she's working for you. Just open yourself up, ask the Santa Muerte for a sign, and I'm pretty sure she'll come through for you. With regards to Santissima Muerte, again, I have to say, I get a lot of people and they want to set up a place for her specifically for a love issue, and in my opinion, it's just my opinion, but she needs to be approached slowly. I would not jump in and ask her for love work just right there and then. I wouldn't do that. I would wait, and I think you should wait, build a relationship with her, see if it's right for you, and then ask her for whatever it is you want. I waited for a while. I wasn't sure. I waited for a while. I opened myself up, with regards to messages and stuff, and I just waited to see what would happen. And she came to me, and then I knew it was right. And I've been working with her for years now, so she's not to be feared. Yes, she is deaf, but she is a life, all about life and living life, and enjoying every second of it, and she will help you with life, So that's really the moral of the story. Even though she's a personification of death, she is about living life. So I keep repeating this, but that is my story about, her. I will do some videos with regards to my own experiences with her, and also the spirits of the Geisha. I have a lot of experiences with regards to when I needed them for my own personal reasons, and I think I should go down that road. If anyone's interested, of course. You might not want to hear me waffle on, but I'm willing to do that. Give you some examples of how I did put on the channel actually a few years ago about when I was so young, and I was fixated on this person, and it was the Satanic Bible or the Satanic Witch. I'm not sure which one. The book at the time that I was reading, and I used a ritual from that book. Again, I'll do a separate video on that because people still ask me about that, and yeah, I will. I'll go over that again. It basically had a lot to do with psychic seduction, and it worked way too well for me. I've cut and cleared the whole thing, years later. I've actually had to go back and do my cut and clears a few times because this was a bond that was so strong that I had to actually cut it a few times. So that's why I say magic is something that, it is the classic line, be careful what you wish for, because it might just happen. It's food for thought. It's really good to not lust after results, because that can really damage spell work. I didn't lust for results. I was able to really detach myself from the issue, and I feel that really helped. But again, that was a long time ago. I was so young, and it's not something I would do again personally. I like being sort of on my own, but I don't need anyone stalking me. But yeah, the power of psychic seduction is unbelievable. When you get into someone's head, believe me, that is really powerful. And I found it to be the most long-lasting of all. Don't get me wrong, I did call in, there was Lilith, Belial, you name it, they were included in that ritual. And I didn't use that many tools. I used a black mirror, and what was a black mirror? Just a mirror? I think it was just a regular mirror. Maybe it wasn't black. And that was really it. And a candle. So, a lot of this is to do with your intentions, So, anyway, I'm going to run free, and I will speak to you all again soon. I will be in touch with the client with regards to reading at a later date, and more information about the sorring of the other females. I will get to that on the next available day. If anything else to say, yeah, if you're waiting on a video, I'll be in touch very soon. There's a court case working, I think, up next, and I've got a couple of cleansings coming up, so that'll all be on the channel. Like, share, subscribe if you feel like you want to. No obligation. And it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com, and have a good evening.